Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a great day. This is my F2P challenge account day 50 review. So today I am going to give you guys what I've been doing, what I'm planning to do, and also in this episode we have a special guest to do some Q&A session. The main purpose is mostly going to be helping new players. Alright, onto the game. Just as I said, today is day 50. Let me just quickly go here. So it's day 50, 8 hours or 9 hours into the kingdom. Currently I have 6.2 million power. Kill point did not change much. Regarding power specifics, my building power is 3.1 million. Tech power is 1.4 million. Troop power is almost doubled since the last time, like maybe more than doubled. Commander power is almost 700,000. And the resource gathered is 400 million resource. That did not change much. My city hall is currently level 23, and I am now working towards the pushing my city hall to 24, which is 24 and 25 is the hardest part when you are doing upgrading your city hall. About my commanders, I have started pumping up my LCD. My LCD is currently, I can like duck down like this. My LCD is currently 31111, and I am hoping to get him at least 5511. And LCD MGE will be there, and I will try to grab as much points as possible and place higher. I'm not gonna do that by upgrading my power or training troops. How am I gonna do that? Is just killing my farm accounts troops so that I can accumulate huge amounts of MG points, during the kill event. So that's how you usually do. It's way much easier. So I'm looking to get my LC at 5511 at least for KVK1. And in the beginning of the KVK1, I'm most likely gonna be running with LC and Kusunoki. And afterwards, once YSG comes out, I am going to be pairing LC with YSG. Speaking of YSG, let me show you guys how many gold heads do I have. So day 50, I have currently 110 golden heads at the moment. It's not that much. Maybe in KVK1 I would have like 200 heads. I just need to farm some gems and roll multiple times on YSG wheel. Hopefully I can just farm gems a lot. And my plan is actually, because you need a lot of resources until City Hall 25, I'm gonna be farming mostly resources till City Hall 25. Once I reach City Hall 25, I will be start farming gems. You can actually do better because you can open multiple farm accounts and just don't farm resources on your main account. But in my case, I'm also running my main account, so I'm kind of having a hard time doing great job as an F2P, such as grinding, and making my farm accounts. But I do have two farm accounts, which is yielding not bad resources at the moment. Currently, I'm not really having resource problem. Now it is time for us to invite the guest. We are gonna be doing some interesting Q&A session regarding playing as an F2P or jump project and jumper groups, how we are gonna be doing and such. And I am welcoming my bro. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm not real cynical, and you can call me as a smoker joker. I'm one of the project leaders from the Tokyo Magic Jumpers. 50-day review is doing really good, but let's say we're gonna help him to increase his morality, more of the knowledge, but he maybe not know. And we're mostly gonna share it to you guys how we're gonna actually provide jumpers from questioning. Let's start off with the powers management. How do you increase power? What's your daily power increase? Well, as for starters, because in the KVKs, most people will say you need like around 15 million just to enter the KVK, because many people will basically be whales from different kingdoms like whales, krakens, and sharks and all that stuff.
Currently, I am increasing my power around 110k per day. That's just if you divide the 6 million power by 50. But I don't really have, specific. Okay, I gotta do this much power today. Tomorrow I gotta do this much power. I'm just pushing powers during events so that I can have some sort of return for my investments. Yes, I also agree with the 50 million power target. When it comes to KVK1, you are usually gonna be, if you are F2P, looking into like 10 to 50 million power. City Hall 25, upgrade your technology as much as possible to make the trades, trade to help trading positive.
But I see one of the things you have the most is gems. I want to know where you're going to use most of your gems.
I am going to be using my gems primarily and only for pushing VIP. My first target is to hit VIP 10 for 1 golden head per day. I'm currently holding on to VIP 9 because it gives you 2 epic commander sculptures per day, so it's currently helping me to expertise epic commanders a little bit faster. Also, I am just waiting on More Than Gems event to actually spend my gems.
And what about the commanders? You have those commanders for KVK1. You said the most you're going to be using El Cid, if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be in KVK1s, most people are going to say Charles Marshall and Richard I. Yeah, infantry units and cavalry units. How are you going to defeat those enemies with just only archers?
Really a nice question. When I started this project, I asked that exact question myself. On my main account, I actually mained infantry, so I was playing Charles Martel with Sun Tzu, and later on YSG came. So I know that in KVK1, the majority of the army running around on the field is gonna be infantry. Okay, so that's for the low spenders. It's gonna be easy. F2P low spenders going infantry is gonna be easy. And the high spenders or whales are going to be using Minamoto expertise Minamoto with a CC. That's for sure. Okay, so what I was thinking is that since I went infantry on my main account, I don't want to go infantry again on my F2P challenge account. I wanted to do something different this time. So I was debating on whether to choose archer or cavalry, and I went with archer because the reason is that, just as I mentioned, in KVK1, a lot of people are going to be playing infantry, and as we know, archer counters infantry. So that's my bet. That's what I'm going all in. And regarding how I am going to be dealing with cavalry, it's just I'm not going to deal with them. I'm not going to face them. Whenever I see Cav player Minamoto running around, I just run away. And I just pick and choose my fight on open field and just attack infantry. So that's my battle and war plan.
How was about the kingdom management? Because you have like a level 3 passage just starting to open up, if I'm not mistaken. The other alliances, how's with the relationships with the other alliances, the main alliances, like top from 1 to 7 or 10?
The pass 3 just opened like 2 or 3 days ago, so we are currently in the Lost Temple zone. That's the current kingdom stage that we are in, and the main alliances have actually came into this zone. Speaking of the main alliances, the alliance that I'm currently in is the highest power, and it's most likely, you can say it as main alliance, but the alliances that you see here, the top, all the alliances, these are alliances that are from our family, which is back in on my main account, the kingdom that's from. So the whole leadership, all this alliance that you see here is the leadership team divided into other alliances and managing. So that's how we are making everyone united and how we are being organized. Of course, early in the kingdom, there was a few debates and few um, battles between other families, but in the end, we came on top. So now, right now, we're just focusing on our development for KVK.
Okay, then I have another question after answering all of that. Just because I didn't hear anything about the Mighty's Governor event. So I want to know how you're going to manage that, all of that. Is it going to be fixed? For example, own nation enemies. How are you guys dealing with that?
Usually, what we do is that early MGEs we cannot regulate because we don't have the actual king title, right? After we have king title, we can send email to all kingdom players that the MGE always gets fixed. And there are some exceptions where, like during KVK, the kill event happens and the MGE will not be fixed because you can't fix the MGE during like the KVK pass for opening, right? So you cannot do that. But other than that, the MGE is fixed, and the who gets MGE is the one who is contributing the lot, and you can actually run programs and softwares to scan people's statistics, how they are contributing, and also the leadership know who is playing what type of troop type, so that player can compete for, like, for example, Martel only. Infantry players will not compete in archer commanders, right? For example, in early kingdoms. So that's how it happens. So the MGE gets fixed.
The reason why I asked those two last questions, in KVK, people will lose morality more. For example, F2Ps, like a lot of F2Ps players are going to lose morality. So the reason why I asked those questions because people need to know how you're going to manage that. Like, they need morality first. So yeah, that's why I asked those questions. Those two questions.
So with us, it's just straight. Whoever contributing the most gets the most reward. We don't give like reward to player who is doing bad, but they're promising to do better. But in the end, we just don't do that because there are someone else who is putting their real life, our time, making countless of sleepless night, fighting for the kingdom, fighting for the team. We gotta reward that. So the morality or the it's just very simple. The more you contribute, we are the kingdom, the leadership team. We will be giving you the best reward regarding the exact statistics.
That's all my questions though. That's all my questions.
So since you are here and you are expert in jumping, leading jump project, I also wanted to ask like one question, because as we know, I'm completely new to jump project. And this F2P challenge account was my very first jump account, and I did not have any trouble creating this because my main account kingdom just formed jump group. There was leadership and all the rules and everything are set. We just go ahead and found people and just lead them and came here. But I wanted to know that what if I did not know those people? Why? What if I'm alone? I'm just completely new player and starting to play Rise of Kingdoms. And the one thing to have a good start is to have to be part of a jump group. So I wanted to ask you how to choose a jump group, how to distinguish a successful jump group, how to make a decision, right? And where to find those jump groups. I think this question is very important. I think it might be the most important question for people who are just starting and watching this video. So could you please give your advice on that?
Okay, as a jumper leader, let's say from as me as a jumper leader, I want to compare my jumper project with other jumper projects, because other jumper projects are not like doing so well. They just try to get more popularity out of them. Most people will say members, let's say uh, activity or something like that, but we don't care about no let the only thing we only care about is activity, morality, and confirmed member numbers. But that's for my jumper project. But for a jumper member, the first thing that they need to know is how the leaders are managing the alliance or jumping project. Second, they need to know what their intentions are. You know, what they're gonna use you for. For example, farmer, fighter, let's say pay to wins or free to plays, you know, all that stuff. And number three, they need your morality. That's the most things what the jump projects need. And if you have that morality, then jumper groups will definitely take you in, because you're trying to sell yourself out to jumper projects. That's the most accurate thing I can actually give you some.
You mentioned that you have to look into the leader's game plan. Could you please give example of what kind of plans should I be looking into, and what maybe should I be avoiding maybe?
As our jumper group, we don't go with the democracy over dictatorship. So most people will definitely choose democracy. So the game plan for most leaders, if you want to be successful, the jumper leaders will definitely go with the democracy. The final kingdom, whenever they land, they need to figure out which zone they go in, how they proceed the building the central fortress, and how they actually share the rewards between other alliances, families, and provinces, like the zone 1, zone 3, zone 3, zone 4, and all that, with the ones who are around the kingdom, like those two zones.
Okay, so by meaning democracy and dictatorship, democracy is like, you know, if you are doing well, then you get reward, but dictatorship is like you will get this, you will not, and you will do this, and like there's no other option, right? Whether if I'm doing my best, but other guys are just getting some stuff, and I guess that's the distinguishing. Because I just wanted to ask, because I don't know what is dictatorship and democracy.
Okay,
here.
I'll show you one experience with the dictatorship we had in 2933 Kingdom. One of the dictators was basically doing the whale thingy. So whales basically will take all the rewards, helping you take the sanction or shrines, let's say, not like split it in the different zones. So that's what they wanted to do, but instead they just basically canceled everything, and whales went rogue. No controls, nothing. Completely no control of the whales. Until democracy people will had to tell the truth what happened to that system, and Wales just was basically mad at the dictator because they didn't tell them nothing. So there's just no communication. So that's what we call a dictator. We call a dictator when there's something they want to take all them for themselves, not shares, nothing. So
I see.
So yeah.
Well, that sounds kind of stupid.
Yeah, it is, but it is what it is. Thank God we on 2933 Kingdom we did what we did, and Kingdom was stabilizing, and damn, it was rough. But in KVK1 they still losing the fight. So because of the fight wars that has been happening, Wales going rogue, and then yeah.
All right. I think that's about it from my side, and I think this was very interesting as Q&A session. And myself, I actually got really helpful information, like, you know, all this dictatorship and democracy and etc., and where to find, how to distinguish a jumper group. So it was, in my opinion, a very informative Q&A session. So I hope you guys liked this, and if you guys wanna see more contents like this, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. If you are interested in joining the jumping project, that's Smoker Joker or Not Real Cynical leading, I'll leave a link of their Discord in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.